Still on the subject of faith, we'll be looking at the patriarchs of faith. You'll find a link to the previous video in the description box of this video. We'll be looking at 3 of the patriarchs of faith: Abraham, Sarah, and Noah. In the book of Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 17 to 19, it was by faith that Abraham offered Isaac as a sacrifice when God was testing him. Abraham, who had received God's promises, was ready to sacrifice his only son Isaac, even though God had told him, Isaac is the son through whom your descendants will be counted. Abraham reasoned that if Isaac died, God was able to bring him back to life again. In a sense, Abraham did receive his son back from the dead. Now, this Abraham is regarded as the father of faith. Okay, now, like we saw in the previous video, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. We also saw that faith actually comes from a source, and the author and the finisher of our faith is Jesus Christ. And faith comes by hearing, Romans 10:17. Hearing by the word of God, the spoken, the revealed word of God. Abraham in this text offered Isaac, went to offer Isaac to God. God asked him to offer Isaac to him. So Abraham acted based on what he heard. He did not just act blindly. He did not just wake up one morning and say, oh, I love God so much, therefore I will give him my beloved Isaac. No. God gave him the instruction to offer Isaac up. Prior to that time, God told him that it is in Isaac, in verse 18 of Hebrews 11. Even though God had told him Isaac is the son through whom your descendants will be counted. So Abraham was bold enough to take Isaac to offer him up to God on the altar of sacrifice. He acted based on what God told him, the instruction that go and offer your son to me, that son whom you love. Abraham also received a word prior to that time that it is in Isaac that your descendants will be counted. Therefore, the verse 19 says, Abraham reasoned that if Isaac died, God was able to bring him back to life again. And in a sense, Abraham did receive his son back from the dead. So Abraham was very confident that God, who had given him a promise concerning Isaac, that it is in Isaac his descendants will be counted. Yet, God asked him to offer up Isaac to kill him on the altar of sacrifice. Abraham reasoned in faith, reasoned in the evidence and the substance he got about the promise of his descendants coming through Isaac. Abraham reasoned that if he killed Isaac, offering him up to God as a sacrifice, God will bring him back to life. So Abraham acted based on faith, based on the substance he received, the evidence of things that he had not seen yet, that his descendants will come through Isaac. Abraham was bold enough to offer Isaac to God, knowing fully well that even if he killed him, God will bring him back to life in order to fulfill the promise that he made to him of his descendants coming through Isaac. You know, if Isaac had died, that would have been the end. That promise will not come to pass, but Abraham acted by the promise. So Abraham never moved blindly. Okay. The next person we'll look at is the wife of Abraham, Sarah. Hebrews 11 verse 11. It was by faith that even Sarah was able to have a child, though she was barren and was old. She believed that God would keep his promise. God would keep his promise. So she knew she was old. She has passed menopause. She has passed childbearing age. She has gone past, she was about 90 years old when she had Isaac. She had gone past the age of conception. Yet, because God had promised, she has received a substance and an evidence of things she has not seen in the person of Isaac. She put her belief on the substance, the evidence, that is faith. She put her belief. She believed the promise. The promise is faith. We also saw in the previous video about Mary in the book of Luke chapter 1 verse 45, how Mary received a word from God by the mouth of the angel, and how she believed what was spoken to her. And the angel said, blessed is she that believes, but there shall be a performance of those things which were told her by the Lord. So she could believe on what was spoken to her from God by the mouth of the angel. She believed. So she put her belief on a substance and an evidence. That is faith. We see also Noah in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being divinely warned of things not yet seen. Substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not yet seen. So Noah being warned, divinely warned of God, by faith, Noah being divinely warned of things not yet seen, moved with godly fear, prepared an ark for the saving of his household. So Noah did not just wake up one morning and said, "Oh, I believe someday this world will be destroyed. Therefore, let me go to prepare an ark to save myself and my family." No, Abraham went to prepare the ark because Noah went to prepare the ark because God had warned him. He had received a substance. Yes, he had received an evidence of the things not yet seen, and he moved to prepare the ark. God gave him instruction on how to prepare the ark. So he acted based on faith, and he learned that faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence, the evidence of things not yet seen. So we have several patriarchs of faith. It's contained in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and how they received some form of word, form of promise. You see Abraham, you see Sarah, you see Noah. There are several of them. I hope this blessed you. Remember to leave your comments in the comment section. You can also click on the like button and subscribe button to receive more videos like this. You can also share with others